Hi Virgo, happy February. I hope you're doing well. Okay, you guys have a mixed bag of messages here, and I don't know what side of the fence you're on here. So I'm going to assume, I'm going to hit this from the angle where you're needing to deal with some stuff, some people perhaps, situations that are not yours to be dealing with. It's like it's I want to say it's karmic. I think either you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy here, meaning the things that you're worrying about, maybe you don't need to be worrying about them. Maybe they're not yours to be worrying about. But either way, if that's what you're doing in your mind, you're creating your biggest fears are about to come true. So you want to stop that. I think also for some of you, I don't know if this is an actual prison again, or you feel like you're imprisoned, or I think you're dealing with drama here, and I can't tell if it's family drama, old family drama, or if you've got someone in your midst, or if it's you doing this. There's some kind of something here where someone is either, how do I say? Your messages were odd, considering that I'm seeing like a seahorse in the middle of like a field of like horses that are on land. It's telling me that you've evolved, right? You're not, this isn't your battle to fight here, but, you're also being reminded of the exact words were, I feel it in my chest too, so I can't tell if someone's got heart issues, heart concerns, health issues, I should say, or if you're just really doing this to yourself with something that's going on around you, right? But it's the difference between, it has to do with grief also, right? And the difference between, you know, the softer, for lack of a better way to put it, the softer pain of acceptance, right? Or the hard pain of resistance, right? I think that something is not as it appears to be. I think you're seeing now that something isn't as good as you thought that it was. This could be a relationship that gave you a little bit of satisfaction, right? And you were hanging on to that for dear life. And now you're realizing that you're either coming to terms with you're not willing to settle for that anymore, or the battle that you're fighting for this person isn't yours to be fighting. Someone may have an addiction to, or they may be into some really dark stuff that they're literally now in prison for, like a physical prison, like they're in prison, and they may be dealing with health issues too, or maybe that's a separate kind of something. But there's necessary delays around government things. So maybe this person is in prison and you're trying to get them out, or you're being told too to watch your finances here. So if you're trying to get someone out of prison, or if someone is gambling, or this is going to go down a rabbit hole that you're not going to be able to get out of. So you may want to just really be conscious of that. Okay, these can be messages, many different messages, but they're coming through. It doesn't need to be. I don't feel like this is a story. I feel like this is, you know, different things here. I think you're stuck between worlds too. I think that what you're looking for too, your life path, it's too, I don't know how to say this, but it's like when I explain the North and the South nodes, this is the perfect way, because this is the only way I can get you to understand what I'm saying. the south node is down here. It's our comfort zone, right? We don't grow there. It's comfortable. We don't need any balls to really live here, right? Because we're not doing anything that we don't already know, haven't already done. Everything has already been done here, right? We come into this life usually carrying this. You know, it's ancestral, and by that I mean not in any way yours, right? But our north node is where our soul grows. It's where we clench the side of the mountain. We're terrified. We're out of our comfort zone, but we grow there. It's a breath of fresh air, right? You're here, but I think you're so suffocated down there that you've got no choice now but to come up here, like buoyancy, like to the land of the living here. I think that either your family or people in your surroundings, this isn't job related. This is like the people that are in your surroundings, either the relationships that you're in. This is not just this isn't job stuff. This is personal relationships. One that you're either playing the villain in this, someone's playing the villain in this. That's an actual word that I'm hearing is villain. So you're being also asked to, it's not a time to be preoccupied with stuff, especially like where your safety is concerned. Now, with that said, I don't feel like there's an issue of that, like bodily harm. I don't. I feel like, though, that you may be doing this to yourself, but don't let people try to pass something off that it's really not. You're being asked to really pay attention here. You may have, you know, for lack of a better way to put it, swindlers in your surroundings. You may have a partner that's totally taking advantage of you, or you vice versa, whichever end of the coin that you're on here. But someone's days are really going to be cut short here, because they're either going to do something, you know, just do something that they either I think, I don't know, your reading is really screwy in all honesty. I hope your cards, I wanted to get your messages done first, but it's like really testing fate here. You know what I mean? Like if this person in your surroundings is sucking you dry here, and they're pulling you down a rabbit hole here, that's, you know, that your health is suffering, your finances are suffering, you're being asked to really cut it loose. If you're trying to fight to get someone out of prison, you're being told to let that go. That these delays here, maybe that's what government is. I guess prisons are government things, right? You're being asked to really let that go, because this you're either fighting someone else's battles, or you're putting your life literally on the line here financially. This would be an example where someone would mortgage their house to get someone out of prison, only to have that person not even be interested in this person. So really, I think, look at what you're doing here. I know this is bizarre, but I think your faith is really being tested here, either with your health issues, someone else's health issues, or something you're not wanting to face, right? In another person or a relationship, right? It's a difficult situation, though, that I will give you, okay? But again, it's accepting to let something go, or it's resisting and not wanting to let something go, is, I guess, going to be the severity of how much this hurts. Either way, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. But again, you're being told that there's necessary delays here, too. If you're following some kind of spiritual guru here, and I say that because there's something in reference to a spiritual retreat here, and to me, I guess that means like a, you know, like you're going somewhere, or you're investing in something, or someone is pulling you down their rabbit hole. Be really careful here who and what you're following. Don't follow someone blindly. Maybe that's why watch out for these weird concoctions, too. I don't know if someone is brewing something, literally like brewing something. You're being asked to really give up long-term worry. And again, I feel like this is karmic stuff, but it's not your stuff to be carting around. I think it's family members. I really think it's family members that are doing a number on you here. Your attitude too. I think if it's your health that's got issues here, it's all in your perspective on things, and it's all about flipping that switch from dark stuff to lighter stuff, right? Okay, I do feel, again, imprisonment, but I really feel, I can't tell whether someone is, I don't know what it feels like to be in prison, honestly, but I know what it feels like to have pressure on me, and I feel very, very confined. So that could possibly be someone in prison, or it's you trapping yourself, right? But again, your main messages are that improvements need to be made here, and that things are not as they appear to be. So if you're looking at something through rose-colored glasses, you want to take those off. Also, what I'm really, that story with this, what is it, the scorpion and the frog, the scorpion plays this frog to get across the river, I guess. I don't remember the whole thing, but it's, what I am hearing is that's just who I am. It's just who I am. I think you're looking at someone and you're wanting them to be a better person than they clearly are. And it's just not going to happen. So if you're spending all your resources about to lose things to get this person out of prison or in rehab or whatever the hell the deal is here, you're being asked to stop doing that, because this isn't yours to deal with. I really feel these are immediate family people, unfortunately. It's family drama. It's sibling drama. I think this is immediate family, whatever that is to you, right? I do sense financial things here, okay? I don't feel it's you doing it to yourself. I feel someone may have sucked you dry here, okay? But I think what this whole experience has taught you, or if it hasn't yet, it will, that you see yourself differently. Like you feel you're not settling for the little victories anymore, and that's in anything. That could be in anything. And what is it? Victory is something that you set out to do that you complete, right? Like I'm going to make this relationship work, come hell or high water. I guess you make it work, but it's killing you. So did you really? You know what I mean? So you're being asked to really reassess those kind of things, but I feel this is heavy, heavy stuff. This is like again, I think you're trying to, whoever this person is, I don't feel it's you. I think you're being sucked under, you know, in the undertow of this though. But this is, I think it's family karma crap that they need to handle. It's not yours. So, you know, you need to go do your own thing, I think. Seriously, like I would run. Okay? I think they prey on you. I think you're being preyed on. Again, I don't think you're physical. Like, I don't think someone's going to lock you in a basement. But I think that we need to live in the day-to-day. And I think that they're sucking that dry for you, which is making this experience a living hell, literally. Right? But you have the power to say enough, and I don't think that you are. So you're being asked to. But if you haven't already, you discover new things about yourself. You know, like, you know, hey, this person is an asshole, right? And I'm out of here. It's things like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. It's new, it's revelations is what I I feel like you get new revelations and you feel things a little bit different. So I think that's great. All right, so those are your messages. Let's get to your reading. Okay, Virgo, here we go with the cards. What I want to say here is, whatever this is, whatever is going on with you, I think there's a few sets of things. If you let this go, right, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. I think someone really is working some kind of magic here, and I don't think it's in a good way. I think they're into stuff that you don't need to be involved in. But I think that when you set this free, I think that you get your life. I really think like it's the magic a day makes, right? The difference a day makes. I really feel like your life just shifts. I think someone in your sphere is a massive hypochondriac, right? I think they play on your heartstrings here, which could be why I keep feeling that. But I'm telling you, if you let that go, there are massive good surprises for you coming in here. One in the form of a good relationship, right? Some, I also feel it's tangible. I feel like you'll actually, like it's tangible, it's money. I think you are about to get a surprise. I think it's going to come in the form, though, of like you just really see things. The blinders are off, you know. The seahorse is back in the water and not on land where it should be, right? So I think you do get a surprise. I think someone surprises you in a good way, right? But I think that, you know, one of your messages too was about delays and it being for the better. I think you may be pushing really hard towards getting into something with someone, but it's not right for you. And it's being stopped here. I really think that you've got I really think you've either got divine guidance or there's somebody watching over you who really can just flip this on a switch, right? Like that's where I keep thinking what is that saying? We just used it. The difference a day makes, right? If you just let this go, whatever this is, I think that everything plus aligns for you in like it comes out of nowhere, like it's abracadabra, really magic. But you've got to believe in that. You've got to release this stronghold though too, because I think you're trying to. I think your heart's in the right spot, but your life is meant to go in another direction. It's not meant to be where you're at. Okay. Now, with that said, we come in with the energy of, and don't panic because this is good, okay? We've got the Death card, the Hanging Man card, and the Ace of Swords, okay? This is a good surprise. It is, okay? It's a good realization. I think it's a surprise. I think you do get surprised, but I think it's that, this isn't as uncomfortable as I thought it would be, right? I think you may be imagining the worst, but once you let this go, I think you're pleasantly surprised at, you know, like how much better you feel, okay? So, there we go. All right, we come in with our focal as the Queen of Wands and the Magician. Okay. You may have a fire sign person in your midst. This is a lot of fire. This is someone that it could be someone too who's got your back. Like they would absolutely tell you if you asked them for advice on something, they would point blank tell you, and it would most likely be something really great. Like they've done a lot, right? If you ask this person to help you, they would absolutely help you. And given that she's showing up with the Magician, she'd absolutely help you. This could be someone too, again, if you're having legal issues or something in reference to that, It could be someone that could work magic on your behalf, okay? In the past here, you've got the Two of Cups, which leads me to believe that this is a relationship that I don't think it had any staying power. I don't think it went anywhere, right? But I think that someone, you're anchored here in the Knight of Cups. This would be a great friend, but as a partner, they're very self-serving. It's all about them. They're on that ever-ending quest for love, but it's superficial love. It's what can someone do for me? What can someone offer me? This person, honestly, would be an equivalent of, you know, what are they called? The gigolos, the pool boys, the what can you do for me? Their heart's in the right spot. Don't get me wrong, but they're just very either they just don't get it. They just don't, and it's not age either. Sometimes they just don't get it. They're great friends, but they're like I say, they're the person that would invite you out for dinner and then, you know, expect you to pay the bill or you know, it's just, it's very different. It's very, very different energy. So if this was this, you may have started to help someone, right? But you're really going to need to work some magic here. I think you started out trying to help someone, but are slowly realizing that, you know, this is their crap storm to clean up, not yours, right? I think your intention was in a really good spot, though, okay? Now, what you're crowned with here is the Hermit. And I really think that this is... It goes back to your messages. Okay, your reading is crowned with the Hermit. I think, again, it's about, I think with him in here, it's about timing. It's about Saturn making you work within restrictions. Right? Something, again, in your messages, it was necessary delays. That's absolutely Saturn. And it's, I'm going to burst your bubble on love here, right? To show you what real love is. And that's, I think, what's coming in here. That's what's happening. And I think that there is a surprise coming, but it's after you let go of whatever this is. Okay? So, what's coming up for you is the Four of Cups. Okay. Again, I think this is an offer coming in for you. Okay. That's what's coming up. I'm going to say give this a little bit of time. There's a lot involved here. This isn't a quick blink of the switch, but you can change this and make this happen faster if you release some of this internal pressure that I feel. Okay. So, again, I think that was one of your messages, that you can lessen the severity of how this feels, right? Sometimes even though a crappy relationship comes to an end and we know it needs to, it's not gonna, it still takes time, right? It still takes time. You don't just, the relationship can dissipate, but the feelings don't just, they need time to do their thing. So give yourself some time here, okay? Now, how you see things here, your self-image, you've got the Fool. You're looking for a new start, right? But my fear is that you're looking at it here. We want to release this, right? This is the I'm in love with love, but it's not, it's like this kind of love. It's like daydreams and, you know, it's not someone who's going to stick around when you've got the flu. You know what I mean? So just trust me on this. Okay? Now, your public reputation, how people see you, the things that are going on here. Again, we've got the Moon card. And I think in here, it's enlightenment for you, right? I think, again, though, it can be that it's romance. It's not love. It's romance. That's it, right? Okay. So in your public reputation, your how people see you in the world, your groups, your gatherings, the people in your sphere, right? You've got the Moon card. I think too, right? You want to pull your emotions back in check, because if this Moon card is coming up in your reputation, it's not going to, when this crap storm blows over, you don't want people in your sphere thinking you're emotionally unstable. That's not going to help you in a career. You know what I mean? You don't want them to think, I've seen this person unwound. It's not pretty. You don't want that. You know what I mean? So try to keep this out of that. I'm going to pull more on that. Now, your hopes and fears, the things that you really want for yourself, but the things that can tie you up out of fear, right? You've got the Queen of Swords. This, again, is I've learned my lesson. So you've got two queens in here. Okay, the Queen of Swords. She's also someone. She could be law enforcement, legal, something in that regard. She could also be, if there's some kind of health issue that came up in your, she could be that too, right? Some kind of authority figure. This could be the person, because you did have messages about government law restrictions, things like that. It could be someone in reference to that. Or it could be you, right? She's the Queen of Divorce, right? It could be you putting an end to this. And your outbound card, you've got the Ace of Coins, right? This will be tangible. It will be tangible. If it's a dwelling, you get to kneel down and kiss the floor like it's a real floor. If it's money, you feel it. This is tangible. I really think give this a year. Give this a year for your whole life to change around. And I promise you, you'll see these things. You'll feel these things. You'll get to touch these things, right? The Ace of Coins, too, can be a gift from someone. You may get, money from someone here. There are surprises surrounding you. There are gifts surrounding you. I think they come out of left field and you're not expecting them, okay? I think you've got people here that want to help you, but I don't think they know how, because I don't think you're wanting to hear much from the peanut gallery, right? But I know you're dancing between worlds here, literally, but what is that saying to there comes a time when it becomes too painful for the flower to stay in it needs to bloom. It can't stay in the bud. It just becomes, you just say, you know what? I know I'm stepping into the unknown, but there's no way. It's not worse than where I'm at. So you bloom and you step outside of the box here, right? And that's what I think the Death card, the Hanging Man, and the Ace of Swords is it's a happy surprise. The Ace of Swords too it's something that you realize again about yourself. Like, I can handle this. I can do this. I'm strong. I've got what I need. I've got the clarity that I need and the wherewithal, and I'm going for my dreams. So you come in with the Ace of Swords and you go out with the Ace of Coins. That's change, right? It's luck. It's magic. Believe it. Believe it. If you believe in it, I'm telling you it'll show up in here. I want to see what the Moon card, though, is in your public reputation, because you don't want a point in time like this to tarnish whatever it is in your, if this is something showing up in your career arena. You don't want people to think you're, you know, we all go through things. People are lovely to judge, right, until they're in the middle of a crap storm. So you don't want someone taking advantage of you. So let me just see. The Ace of Cups. Yay! Okay. So not only will you be able to kiss the floor and your money, you'll be able to grab a person. It's not just, that was a joke, but it is true. But the Ace of Cups is so much more than, it's the Holy Grail. It's, I can feel things now. Like my heart is whole. I'm a whole person. That's great. The Moon card is receptive energy. So the Moon card with the Ace of Cups is, I feel that a new relationship comes in here. It's not this debacle. So if you're in a partnered relationship, it's not this. If your partnered relationship that you're currently in isn't like this, this doesn't pertain to you. So don't borrow trouble. This is something that's been a long time coming, right? But this is a new relationship. This is, I think it comes out of left field. Three aces is a lot. That's a lot, okay? So pace yourself. Again, with your messages, I really just kept feeling like you're dancing between worlds. Like literally your karma crap that you're carrying is like someone kept saying, here, hold this, hold this, hold this. It's not your crap to hold. So just let it go. It's not yours. And by that, you can cut the karmic tie, right? By just saying, you know what? I release this. I forgive everyone and everything in this situation, and I let it go. I release it, and it's done. But you need to do that believing that that's it. And I think your life changes instantly. I just want to see what this, I want to see what this Ace of Coins is for you. Okay. Page of Wands. That's huge. He is like an ace. So, so basically now you've got 4 aces on the table. Your life, abracadabra, Virgo, honestly. That's raw firepower. That's, I've got an idea. I want to do this. I want to taste this. I want to smell this. I want to go here. I want to see this. I want to do this. That's it. Walk through this door, right? Do it. Wow. I feel so much lighter now. This is the difference a day makes, and I literally mean that. Let go of crap that's not yours. You know what? If you've got a family member that's dealing with some kind of addiction, if they're in and out of jail, I know it's easier said than done. Trust me. I'm not making light of this, but this is not on you. Let this go, right? Because your life here literally is going to change in the blink of an eye. And it all sits here. That Page of Wands is new relationships. It's new projects, it's new jobs, it's new places to live. You've basically got 2 aces sitting you've got all the aces on the table here. And this Death card with the Hanging Man, this is a surprise coming. A welcome surprise. Okay? So, and I think it's through you just saying, right? Like, I can see clearly now. I'm making wise decisions for myself. These are both cards, too, of I really see things that I should have seen, that I did see, but I chose to ignore, right? The blinders are off, and you're calling an ace, which I think is great. So there you go, Virgo. Oh, thank God this turned around like this. I'm thrilled. All right, guys, if you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'm getting back on schedule, so just go to my website, see what you like, and I'll be more than happy to look at anything for you, okay? I'm going to do love readings. I'm just trying to get these out first. They'll be for singles and couples, okay? So I think that's a great little treat. So there you go. Okay, thank you so much.